My name's Neill Ettridge, originally from the UK, now resident in Johannesburg, South Africa, and currently inhabiting the beautiful Zoo Lake in Johannesburg. I'm a freelance session drummer. I play with 3 or 4 regular bands, Mango Groove, the Leipzig Jazz Quartet, a bunch of session musicians called Blue Bamboo. And I also run a series of programs at 5 studios called the Drum Lab, which I run and administer, which is an educational facility. In the evenings I do quite a lot of freelance engagements, ranging from corporate functions to numerous concert engagements with Mango Groove, obviously, some orchestral work, TV and radio commercials a lot. I do a lot of my own recording tracks online for some chaps in the UK, in London, and a lot of MIDI tracks and library music as well for the same people. My influences growing up, I would definitely attribute Steve Gadd as my mainstay influence when I was learning, studying. My influences went from Steve Gadd to Dave Weckl, Vinnie Colaiuta, all of the American session players really, Horatio Fernandez. More lately, obviously, a fellow countryman, Gavin Harrison, who constantly impresses me with his cleanliness, technique, style, and just general class in everything that he plays. Amongst the bands I used to listen to, definitely my influences were all the British supergroups, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Yes, Genesis, Pink Floyd, the usual classic progressive rock stuff. Subsequent to that, Chick Corea came onto the fore with his Return to Forever group, with the likes of Lenny White on drums and of course Steve Gadd in the later incarnations of Return to Forever. The evolution of that band was obviously Chick Corea's electric band with Dave Weckl. And I also try to embrace many styles of music. I love classical music, I love film soundtracks, particularly John Williams, Jerry Goldsmith, Alan Silvestri. More recently, Snarky Puppy. I love Dirty Loops, Maroon 5, and anything in between. I play and love and adore Sonor drums. My personal preference is the SQ2, which I'm honoured and privileged to own. I joined the Sonor camp from having endorsed quite a few other brands over a period of a couple of decades. The day that the SQ2 arrived, it felt like a comfortably fitting glove, and it just felt like coming home. The reason I love Sonor drums is because of the company ethos. I love the philosophy of the company, the history of the company, and the general quality of the manufacturer, of course, right across the range, from the Force series right up to the SQ2s. They're absolutely consistent across the line. The tone, consistency on the drums, in my opinion, is incomparable to anything else that I've heard. This is the Sonor Gavin Harrison Protean snare drum. Folks actually ask me if I will bring the snare drum to concerts or sessions or what have you, because they have to do the least work with the snare drum to get the most exceptional sound out of the drum. They literally just put a mic on it and it just sounds remarkable. There's some very special design aspects to the drum. This is a 6mm by 6 ply, so it's quite a thin shell. Premium birch. It has a rounded bearing edge on the top of the drum with an S-hoop. So basically you've got more shell to head contact, which obviously gives the drum better tone. You hear literally a lot more of the shell, it gives you more tone. The bottom one, however, is a 45-degree angle, like a flange, and that actually minimizes the contact between the resonant head and the shell, which is obviously what you want. You want maximum resonance from the bottom of the head. There's the dual glide snare mechanism. You have the quick release mechanism, which there are 3 interchangeable snares with various characteristics. This one is an 8-strand snare drum, which is my personal favorite. The whole thing just releases in this fashion, like so. It's very quick to change, which is great in a studio situation. normal triple flange hoop on the bottom with a very, very wide gate here for your different snare configurations. And on the top you have an S hoop. It just explodes with tone and volume as well, and you actually go through a lot less sticks, because when you're playing a triple flange, obviously there's a very narrow margin and you're obviously chopping into the sticks. So this actually saves your sticks quite considerably as well, I found, over a period of time. Right, my hobbies. Obviously drumming as a primary, amongst other non-drumming pursuits. Aviation. I have a private pilot's license and I'm slowly working towards my commercial license. I also love computer simulations, which actually is what sparked my interest in proper aviation. I used to fly flight simulations, and I built high-end computer systems that would have the horsepower and the fidelity to be able to train on computer, which obviously saved a lot of money when it came to doing my proper pilot's license. Yeah, I do the odd computer gaming, online gaming thing very late at night when I'm home. And outside of technological pursuits, I play golf, a little bit of squash, and mountain biking. I do mountain biking, cycle, try to do a couple of 100 Ks in a month if I'm lucky.